Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Dante86 back for another video here with my friend, Mr.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? It is me, the one and only Neogamespark, back on Dante86's channel. It's been a very long time. The last time we did a video together, what was that? Your Nintendo 3DS collection?
Yeah, yeah, it was. That was about, what, two
Wow.
years ago? Going on
Close
it?
to 2 years ago. Yeah, and that was when I was down in Texas, not over the interwebs, bro.
Craziness, craziness. That must happen again. But, anyways, we are here for a review on a game that
We actually both
we both
played.
played. So, we want to show it?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, today, Dante86 and I are going to be reviewing Persona 4 Dancing All Night for PlayStation Vita. Now, Jamal, you want to tell the folks at home what the story is on this game?
Do we have to talk about the story?
We
Okay.
got to talk about the story behind how you got into this, bro.
Oh, that. Okay, okay, okay. The story
The
behind
better
me
story.
in Persona is this dude Chris was bugging me to get Persona 4 Golden on the Vita for the longest time. Like, get that game, get it, get it, get it. You need to play Persona, and I'm just like, okay, I'll get it. I
To put
finally
into
got it.
perspective, y'all, this dude bought a Vita and he didn't buy Persona 4 Golden.
Well, I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, I know, exactly. That's the point. That's why I'm saying, yo, dude, get this Persona game. You just bought a Vita because you had purchased your Vita before me. And I was like, yo, bro, you need Vita games? Get that Persona 4 Golden. I was like that dude in the back alley saying, hey, man, you guys want a really good Vita game? That was me all
Yeah,
day, every day. This
basically.
dude.
And he
hmm
just he just kept on. I went ahead and got it, and I started playing it, kind of chilled on it for a little bit, and then I got really engrossed and was playing it pretty much every Saturday. I'd be laying down in
hmm
my bed, Vita's right there. I'm like, wake up, play it. And then when I got tired of playing that, I'd go play Final Fantasy, and then when I'm going to bed at night, I'd come back and play the game. And Persona 4 Golden is awesome. Just gotta say, I loved it. Got the true ending. It's great. We're not gonna get into that right now, but yes,
No, we are not.
love that game. But yes, this game right here, Dancing All Night, it happens after the events of that, as well as I'm not sure if that happens first or Persona Q. I don't know. One of the two. Not sure, but
Yeah.
whatever. All these events, the good thing about these side games is it's all you get to continue being with your friends that you made in Persona 4. So that's the cool
Right.
part. But the story, the main part is you're trying to help Rise come back as an idol because, after the events of Persona 4, she was kind of taking a little bit of a hiatus. And yeah, so you're trying to help her and you're being backup dancers for her in the Love Meets Bonds festival, in that
Fresh.
festival. And weird things started happening. You want to talk about the weird stuff that happens?
Yeah, so in the story for Persona 4 Dancing All Night, it's like Jamal said, Rise, or her stage name Reset, she's trying to make a comeback after the events of Persona 4, and she ends up interacting with this other group called Kanamine's Kitchen. And over the course of the game, the members of Kanamine's Kitchen, and this is really no spoiler since it's in the synopsis of the game,
Yeah.
they end up getting taken into this world, this other world through the I don't even want to say internet, but this is how they access it. They get pulled in through a computer. And in this world, each of the members basically gets taken away by shadows. And with these shadows, their main goal, and this is something that happened in the original Persona 4 game, when you're taken into this shadow world, basically all you have to face all of your greatest fears, all the things that you were thinking in your mind throughout your life, the things that you kind of bury away. You have to face those things, and those fears differ from person to person. As you saw in Persona 4, people have differing fears and you have to combat them. It's a similar thing in Persona 4 Dancing All Night. You have these other characters and they're combating all their fears. For example, one of them has a fear of being neglected out of the group, saying that she puts in all this effort but she's never the star. Another one has a fear of just being noticed as a kid and nothing more. So each member has a different fear. Now in Persona 4, what you had to do to combat those fears is actually fight the
Yes.
shadows, and the shadows from the individual materialize as a boss. In Persona 4 Dancing All Night, you do the same thing,
But,
except
however, once you get into that world the first time, you call your persona, and it's like, hey, we're gonna fight, and then it just disappears. Like, oh, what happened? Ha 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 ha. In this world, you can't hurt anyone. No one can be harmed. Join our bond. And they play a song. And,
You
yeah, you
guys
can't
may
fight.
think we're joking,
Hmm.
but we're actually not. You cannot fight in this world.
Not at
The
all.
only way you can combat these shadows is through dancing and expressing your feelings. I
Feelings.
kid you not.
Hurt
Yes, your
feelings.
feelings. Anybody who caught that hurt feelings joke, comment down below.
Yes.
But yeah, no fighting. You have to dance your heart out. And throughout the course of the game, you do this for each and every member of the group.
It's just the
And
process of how it happens is so frustrating. The first time you go through it, you're like, okay, that's fine. And I'm getting a
it's
Skype
different from
call,
what you
and
did
you
in
need to
Persona
stop it.
4.
It's like they come in, they're like, hey, we found you, come with us. Yay, let's go. No, you're gonna be part of our bond. Yellow Ribbon pulls them away. You
Yeah.
dance, release all the shadows who are in the room from their bonds, and then
Hmm.
you go to another room, see the person, and then the antagonist makes the idol face themselves, and basically tells them that no, you can't be the person that you want to be. Be who everyone else wants you to be. Lets them hear
Hmm.
what fans are saying about them, and then they turn into a monster. And in order to save them from being in that shell of who they really are, and they're save them from who they are they're being forced to be, you have to
Right.
go and dance and tell them how they really feel. Because I think a line in the game is actually, "You don't know how you feel. We're gonna tell you how you feel." It's basically like Tumblr. It's bad. It's
Yeah, it's
Tumblr the
it's
game
so that's the entire premise of the game.
times four.
And like Jamal said, it'd be one thing if it just happened once, but this happens for each individual member, and it gets so gosh darn repetitive. That's the biggest problem with this game. The story is just so repetitive. It's the same thing day in, day out. And you would think for each member, since they're so different and they have different problems, it'll be approached as such, right? No,
No.
same ending for each member.
And
But you know
same
what?
process as well, just a different
Yeah,
problem with each one. The
just the
exact
same
same
thing
process. Everything is the same every time.
every single time. And that's the biggest problem with Persona 4 Dancing All Night story. It's not necessarily bad per se, it's just repetitive and monotonous.
Hmm.
But there are some good things to be noted about Dancing All Night story. Like, first and
Most definitely.
foremost, presentation wise,
It's
it
great.
is top notch.
Hmm.
Like, you're thinking of this spin-off game and you're like, oh, it's a spin-off game, they're not going to put effort. Nah, they've got fully voiced cutscenes, anime cutscenes, great dialogue, great writing. Like, if you love the stuff in Persona 4, it's just as strong. However, all of that stuff is bundled with repetitive monotonous that you don't even care about what's going on with these characters, which is the worst thing, especially coming off of the previous game where you learn to love these characters from 60, 70, 80, in my case 120 hours that I
Hmm.
put in Persona 4 Golden. It's great to see them again. Like, I loved seeing, Kanji and Rise and Yukiko and Chie and all the members of the group.
Best girl.
Yeah, Chie is best girl. Thank you, Jamal.
Yukiko.
Yes, she is. No, Chie ended off as Chie. You can't do this, man.
Yukiko.
Like, we're not. We ain't gonna get into this right now. We ain't gonna talk about the greatness that is Chie. As much as I want to, we are not. So, as much as I loved seeing these guys again, they were the only highlight, and they made this story bearable. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry, I was doing something. You can't see it. You'll see it when the video comes out.
It's fine. I'm having flashbacks of
Yeah,
this thing
and
story,
see,
and
this dude Chris, you were playing through. I mean, you had already played through this game before, the Persona
right.
4, but
Persona 4.
you were playing through Persona 4 Golden and
Right.
this at the same time. So you were like greatness and garbage. Why?
Yeah, literally, it was so funny because I was prolonging finishing Persona 4 Golden for unknown reasons. Jamal actually finished the game a year and a half before I did. That's how crazy it is. I'm bugging this dude to get Persona 4 Golden. He finishes it in like
A couple of
time
months.
span.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here like, oh damn, I gotta finish. And I'm playing this at the same time, and I'm like, oh golly, man, what a nosedive. But
Yeah.
what it does lack in good storytelling, it makes up in the fact that it's not a very long story.
No, if you
So,
if you really
yeah.
power through it, you can get through it in.
or
I
four
would say, I
hours.
would say a day, but it's just too monotonous for you to
Yeah,
just actually
like you
sit
can
through it.
skip the entirety of the cutscenes in the story and you
Hmm.
can finish this in like 4 hours. And that's the funny thing about the story. The story is not really essential to playing
No,
this game.
not really at all.
It isn't at all. I only recommend you play the story if you played Persona 4 and you really, really just want to see these characters again. That's the
Hmm.
only reason I would recommend this.
Yeah. Agreed, agreed. But yeah, as you were saying, the story itself is just so much. It's so monotonous, and that's the only issue. But the story is not that bad, and I really loved seeing Rise kind of grow up,
Yeah.
and she matured a lot, and that was
Yeah.
cool seeing her step up.
And what's really cool, and I actually pointed this out to Jamal since I was playing Persona 4 at the same time. The story in Dancing All Night is actually based off something that happened in Persona 4, where if you're in Persona 4, you have these things called social links, where it's essentially you spend a lot of time with your certain characters, you're building up camaraderie, and you learn more about the characters and their internal struggles and their lives. For Rise, once you get to a high enough point, you learn that she's kind of having doubts about whether she should go back into the performance industry or not. And at like social level rank 8, you hear a bunch of people talking about this new pop idol group that's like on the rise from the same production company that repped Rise. And that production is called Kanamine's Kitchen. There you are with Persona 4 Golden. Kanamine's Kitchen. So it was really cool that they were able to incorporate something that if you played a lot of Persona 4, you saw it and it's in another game. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, most definitely. But yeah, once you finish a story, you actually get to the good part of the game. And the
Oh
good
yeah.
part of the game is free mode. And there you have plenty of you get money for each thing that you complete, and you can go
Hmm.
to the store and buy, buy different costumes, buy power
Right.
ups and things to help you
Yeah.
through the missions, and it's really good. The gameplay is so fun. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing that you've never seen before. It's the I think it's as far as the setup, isn't it kind of like the Hatsune Miku? Is it kind of similar?
I believe so, but I have not
I haven't played
really
it either.
played much of it. I played a demo on the PS3 and I got
Hmm.
wrecked in like 2 minutes. But it's a very simple rhythm game. You
Hmm.
use the directional buttons, you use the face buttons. You have 6 buttons overall. The notes come from the center of the screen, and you just tap along accordingly. Sometimes you have to hit two notes at the same time. Other times you have to hold it, and then at certain points you get these
DJ
bonuses that
mixing things. Yeah.
DJ mixes tracks where you have to use the analog sticks and you just swipe them like a DJ swipes, and you basically enter this thing called Fever Time,
Fever.
where a second character comes in and you guys do some combo dances, and it's pretty cool. But other than that, there's not much depth to the Persona 4
Nah.
Dancing All Night gameplay. Like if you were to play something like Hatsune Miku and then come to this, it'd be like baby's first rhythm game. But if you play something like Guitar Hero, Rock Band, Theater Rhythm, Final Fantasy, you're gonna fit right at home. There's not really much crazy stuff you could do
Nah.
with a rhythm game. But
But
like I said, even though it's easy to learn, that doesn't mean that the songs themselves are a walk in the park.
yeah, it's oof,
Not
you
at all.
can go just on from easy to normal. It's a huge, huge leap in difficulty.
Huge.
So, and you'll be playing through a song, thinking like, "Hey, this isn't that bad on normal." Then something pops up, and you're dead in like 3 seconds. Like,
Especially considering like they time the notes, so they may look like they're coming at the exact same time, but they're really not.
so many of
So
those.
like by a half a second difference. And
Hmm.
it's really cool is that with the free mode, you can do all the alterations. You can add in items that can affect the speed of it. You can have them go in reverse, so it's like a completely different experience. And yeah, free mode is the preferred way to go for dancing all night. You
Most definitely.
basically you earn all the songs there. You're able to dance with different characters, and that's one of the really cool things that I love about this. They actually brought in professional motion cap actors to choreograph all the moves in the game.
Yeah, it's
So
it's really good choreography. It is, and the going on with that, I love the fact that each of the characters' personality really does shine through their
mhm,
dances. Yukiko is all refined and doing some eloquent stuff, and who Kanji is a
he's a
big
bit more bolsterous and all
yeah.
around the place.
It's
Uh,
really cool. Chie doing her kung fu stuff. It's pretty cool. I
mhm.
really enjoyed seeing how they dance, and it really suited their personalities. And if you've played through Persona 4, you're like, hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, Go ahead.
One thing that I kind of, this is not really a complaint towards the game, but it's kind of a grievance of mine. The songs
Hmm.
are catered to the characters. So all the choreography is done by one character for a particular dance.
Hmm.
It's not just you pick Rise and then you can play her in any song.
True.
Each character has a particular amount of songs that they can use. I know a lot of people were kind of sad by that because I think Chie only has 3 songs. You has a crap ton, you being the protagonist.
Yeah.
And I can see that being an issue, but it's kind of not considering that they choreographed the dance for each character.
Hmm.
So unless they went back and choreographed a different dance for each person on every single song,
That
that's
would
a
take
problem.
so much time. Yeah.
So much time. But you want to talk about what's arguably the best part about the game? That soundtrack and the remixes, bro.
Oh man, I don't think Chris understood the greatness. Like both of us got the Disco Fever edition. You can
Yeah.
see it back in his background, but you can't see mine is. Yeah, yeah, it's over there. I'm not
It
gonna go get
exists.
it. It's
exists
there.
though in that space.
But I just since I've had it, I've been playing that on my radio nonstop, and it has to be CD1, not CD2. CD1 is the
Yeah.
best. CD2
But
it has CD2
CD2 has Nevermore, bro. It has Nevermore. That's a song if you want to cry on the way home from work.
well, never mind. Not gonna get into that.
I gotta warn the people.
Oh Lord. But when it comes to this, the soundtrack is great, and
Yeah.
the remixes are awesome, and it's greatness. And
Yeah.
like it's not just the typical. Okay, we're gonna change a few things around with the song. It's professional DJs coming in and remixing the songs and making them really stand out, and all the different styles of music are really represented here. You have some hip hop type stuff. You have the
Yeah.
techno. It's all there. And it's just really cool.
Yeah, that's the one thing I did love about it. They put a lot of effort when it comes to rhythm game. Of course, you got to put a lot of effort into the soundtrack, and you have all these different remixes by professional people in Japan. So much to the point where I think they went overboard with remixing. You're going to be playing a lot of the same songs in this game.
Yeah, I think every song has at least 2 versions on
Yeah,
there.
they have
Some
the
of them
remix
have a
song
couple
there,
more than that.
and they have another. And that's not to say that they're bad, but it's
No.
just there's more quantity for the same songs than there is for other songs. There's like a lot more songs that could have been included from Persona 4, heck, even Persona 3 if you want to do that, that they could have put in this game. But they didn't, I guess, because they did want to keep it Persona 4. And they also, I just realized this now because I'm playing Arena, but they included in songs from Arena and Persona Q into Persona 4 Dancing All Night. So it's really
Really?
cool that you have a lot of different, yeah, they have a lot of different remixes, and they have some vocal tracks too. I forgot which track it was, but when you start playing Ultimax, you're going to see it in like the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm like, wow. And like I said, the attention to detail is great. I love all the remixes, even if there are too many of the same song, Shadow World.
Yeah.
But it's great music. It's not something that like anyone on YouTube can just randomly put up and add some wub wubs and techno filters. It's
Nah.
it's legitimate good stuff, like stuff you definitely want to jam out to in the car.
Well, but yeah, all in all, if you are a Persona 4 fan and you want to see the characters and you enjoy the music as well, I'd say definitely pick it up and play it. Wait for the
Yeah.
price to drop, but go and get it. If you're looking for a story, don't really mess with it too much. I mean,
Like I will say this though, bro. Maybe we are being a little bit too hard on it because we are such big Persona 4 fanboys. If you're playing this as just a random Joe Schmo, I think you're gonna say that this story was pretty decent. And like I said, presentation wise, it's great.
yeah, presentation wise, it's great.
Coming off of, like, I can't stress this enough, coming off of Persona 4 and how incredibly grossing that story made those characters. You're looking at this and you're just like, skip.
Basically. But I never did. I suffered through all of it. All of it. Every bit.
You are a stronger man than I.
I did it. Right.
Like I like to put in perspective, y'all. I got about 30% through the story, and I'm like so happy because I'm thinking I'm towards the end because the way the story was progressing. And then I text messaged this dude Jamal. I'm like, yeah, I just finished up chapter 4, and he's like, bro, you're only halfway there. I'm like, what? It. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But yeah. You have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, as far as recommendation goes, it's a great rhythm game if people want to play a rhythm game that has awesome music, but you're going to
Yes.
get more enjoyment out of this if you're a Persona fan. That's not to say that it's only for Persona
Not
fans,
at all.
but you're going to get more enjoyment seeing these characters do these dances and seeing the remixes of songs that were only like instrumentals, just BG music in Persona
Mm.
4. They actually added vocals to that and they're rapping over it and it's awesome stuff. But definitely don't spend full price on this. Like I said,
No.
rhythm games, like I understand the appeal. People can put hundreds of hours into Guitar Hero and Rock Band and like me, I've put almost 20 hours into this, but you know, wait on it, 30 bucks, 35 bucks, PlayStation Network sale, you Gucci.
Yep. Well, if you don't know, everybody on my channel should know Mr. Neogamespark. I know some people that have come over here from his channel to subscribe to me as well. So if you did that, hey, what's up? But if you don't know who he is, he does a lot of different video game videos. He does a lot of reviews. He's someone who's very opinionated, and he would definitely let you know his opinion. A lot of
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 15 here recently, but go check his
Yeah.
channel out. He has some really good content, and I don't think that if you're into, I guess you could say, the nerd culture, you'll enjoy a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
But anything else you want to say, Mr. Where can they find you on the internet other than your YouTube
Yeah.
channel?
Of course, YouTube channel is Neogamespark, pretty self-explanatory. Twitter and Facebook, I have the same thing, Neogamespark. Instagram, if you want to follow my journeys of posting random photos of food or gym selfies, it's Phantom NGS, just Phantom NGS. And yeah, those are all the places that people can stalk me.
All right. Well, that's all we got for you guys today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy what you see, you know, all the stuff to do. But definitely tell us how you feel about this game. If you've played it, do you like it?
Hmm.
Have you played through all the Persona 4 games? Let us know. Hit us up in the
There's a lot
in
of
the
them.
comments. Yeah. Hit us up in the comments and that's it. Peace.